I really do not know what I need to do. I do not remember what I did to progress the story here last time. I did talk to you, right? I thought oh, apparently not. Never mind.
That box.
I really thought I had talked to this person, but I guess I didn't.
Do you know something about this box?
Launchy had it. Where did you get it?
On a ship called the Atherum, my lovely lady. Have you heard of it?
Of course. You know about the Atherum too?
Yes. We happened to come across it on the ocean.
Did you see Launchy?
Oh, I saw him all right.
And Launchy would be...
Oh, Launchy is my love. I'm sorry to suddenly get so personal.
Your love. Damn it. Hey, Carol. Your turn.
I love Raven.
You're hopeless. All that we saw was, the ship itself.
Oh, I see.
Could I ask your name?
Oh, my name is Yuafan.
That's the name that was in the diary we found on the Atherum.
Perhaps she's a descendant with the same name?
Do you know about the Clear Seal crystal?
They say it has the power to drive back monsters.
The sage said it was necessary to make a barrier around the town. Is that what's in the box?
Yes, we came to deliver this box to you.
I see.
Hey, is that the key?
Could I have the box?
For a price? Yes.
Wow, is this the Clear Seal crystal?
Looks pretty clear to me. And it's a crystal. I don't know what the heck a CL is, but I guess it is.
Looks like it.
It's so sparkly and glittery. A treasure even more beautiful than sea sparkles blooming on the surface of the ocean.
So who's that sage you were talking about earlier?
The sage is a great Critian who came to our town from across the desert.
A Critian?
Well, creating a barrier is basically creating a Blastia.
Blastia?
But we can make Blastia with current technology, right?
There are people who do. You saw the Blastia at Emmett Hill in Cair Bakram. But I don't think that sage guy is the one who made those Blastia with messed up formulas.
I'm sorry. I don't really understand. But the sage said that the Clear CL crystal was needed to create the barrier. So Longchi set out to look for it. It's been 3 years since he left.
3 years, huh? You must be worried.
Wait, this sounds weird.
Yeah, the stories don't match up.
You think she could have miscounted by 1,000 years?
I don't know. Why don't you ask her, Raven?
How old is she anyway?
The same thing could have happened 3 years ago, or 1,000 years ago, probably.
They say that history repeats itself, but who really knows?
Is that sage in this town? Where does he live?
Oh, yes. He lives in the house farthest into the town.
Probably the one that's called Sage's Residence that I tried to get into numerous times, if I had to guess.
I think it might be faster if we went to talk to the sage. Yes, maybe so.
If you're going there, could you take the Clear CL crystal to the sage for me?
It seems like a very important artifact that you shouldn't leave in the hands of strangers, but sure, I'll do it, yeah.
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, sick. A gem inside a red box. Let's bring it to the wise one. Now we go to the sage's residence. I thought I talked to her, but apparently I didn't.
I had no idea there were villages in the middle of the sands of Kagor.
I'm impressed they've managed to live here without a barrier to protect them.
They don't even have outer walls. Any monster could destroy this village easy. I don't feel like I could really get a good night's sleep in a place like this.
I do wonder how they handle the danger of wild monsters.
I guess everyone in town is just really strong.
Could you be any more stupid?
It's just a town of all-powerful people. Even this small child can rip apart a monster with a mere flick of his wrist. Hello, I'm going to break into your house now.
Excuse me.
Huh? Hey, that's... You're...
Who exactly?
We've run into each other a couple times.
You? How have you come to this place?
What do you mean, how? We walked. As in, across the desert.
I see. And yet, how did you... No matter. For what reason have you come?
We're a little curious about this.
This must have cost you dearly to obtain.
Actually, it just sort of landed in our lap.
That was quite a miracle.
You're planning on making a barrier Blastia, aren't you? You're free to go pretending you're a sage, but forget about making any Blastia. Who would even consider building a barrier Blastia with something that's so obviously not a core?
But it is a solid mass of air. It simply lacks an inscribed formula.
Lacks an inscribed formula? What do you mean?
They are most commonly known as Apatheia, of which the clear CL crystal is one example.
So this is an Apatheia?
That the treasure you've been looking for, old man?
Also, I am not the sage.
Huh?
No such being exists any longer.
That's a problem. We'll need to get that back from you in that case.
Neither I nor humanity have a need for such a thing.
Whoa! What are you doing? Hold on a sec!
It's the same phenomenon we saw at Cave Mock!
Thank goodness I went to all that work to bring it here.
Oh, man. Just when I found one.
The Apatheia bring only chaos to humanity. They are better off returned to air.
Return to air? Is that really all you did just now?
That's still no reason to go smashing other people's things.
What kind of a person treats treasure so poorly?
Wasn't the clear CL crystal, the Apatheia, needed to save this town from the monsters?
This town has no use for a barrier, and no need to be saved. This place has been granted everlasting calm.
Come to mention it, it is pretty quiet here.
But still, there are monsters like Pharaoh nearby.
How do you know of Pharaoh?
I'd ask you the same thing. You seem to know about him yourself.
He's the Duke of Coffee. He knows all the important plot-related stuff. Don't worry about it. He was blessed with the voice of Coffee Daddy. He gets to know whatever he wants.
Please, tell us what you know. Pharaoh referred to me as a poison.
I see.
You shouldn't go around just saying that, because now he might see you as a poison, as far as you know. Seems like something you should really just keep to yourself, to be honest.
You know something, don't you?
There is a being in this world who possesses a power the Entelekea despise.
Entelekea. I used to pronounce that into Leisha, I believe. Entelekea. I'm never gonna be able to remember that.
You mean me?
This being is known as the Child of the Full Moon.
Child of the Full Moon, like in the legend. By Entelekea, you mean Pharaoh?
That is correct.
But what would the Entelekea have against me? Against a Child of the Full Moon? What is this power the Child of the Full Moon possesses that they despise?
That answer lies only within the hearts of the Entelekea themselves.
Which means I've got no choice but to find Pharaoh and ask him myself.
Do not be foolish. Meeting Pharaoh would end only in the death of the Child of the Full Moon.
But...
Estelle, give it a rest.
Hey, Reggae, Jaeger from Ruins Gate talked about the Entelekea earlier, didn't he?
Something about them being the ancient race that built Nordopolica.
So Pharaoh built Nordopolica? That doesn't seem possible.
Take your leave. There's nothing more for you here.
Wait, there's something I want to ask you too. What were you doing at that Air Crene? Just who are you? What is that sword of yours?
Those matters exceed your comprehension.
Dude, Rita's a pretty cool character. I like Rita, but man, she's so, like, stuck up, I guess? I don't really know how to say it. Obnoxious, maybe? I love it when someone is smarter than her and is just like, you're too stupid, so get over it.
Do not ask of them again. Go. I have nothing more to say.
Where do you get off?
Rita.
That's a really personal question. Can't just go asking people where they get off?
Duke may have been the one that saved us in the desert.
Maybe.
Nah, because he was asking how you even got here at first. So it wouldn't make sense for him to have said that. Unless he was playing a really complicated mind game.
I'm gonna go and thank him.
Hold up. He doesn't seem the type to do something like that.
You don't think so?
Just a hunch. You said that child of the full moon he mentioned was the sister of Brave Vesperia, right?
Yeah. Goddess who bathes this world in her golden light, you are named Child of the Full Moon. Your brother, Brave Vesperia, watches over us from the skies. You remain bound to your mother, the Earth, and will shelter her with your unceasing protection.
Is there like a hidden meaning in there?
I'm not sure, but maybe it's more than just an old legend.
Remaining to protect the Earth, huh?
Could protecting the Earth have anything to do with ruling over this world?
You mean like becoming the Emperor? If Estelle is the child of the full moon, that would add up.
Which means all the previous emperors would have been on Pharaoh's hit list.
I've never heard of anything like that.
This all sounds pretty complicated.
Yeah, I suppose it might be a bit too complicated for you, Patty.
It's too complicated for you too, old man.
Rita can explain it to you later.
Me?
Shouldn't we be thinking more about what to do next?
I'm gonna stay here. There are things I've got to investigate.
Investigate?
Clear seal crystals, Apatheia, all kinds of things. Honestly, I have a few bones to pick with Mr. Warm and Fuzzy over there. If you're all going back, we'll have to say our goodbyes here.
But...
Oh, that's too bad. I don't imagine the desert will be much fun on your own, but good luck.
Oh, that's right. I can't go anywhere without crossing that desert.
We can afford to take a load off while she's checking things out, can't we? I'm pretty interested in Apatheia myself.
If we're going back into the desert, we need to take time to prepare. We don't want to keel over again.
That's true. How about we leave tomorrow? Rita, one day should be enough, right?
Shouldn't be a problem. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay then, we'll meet up near the exit tomorrow morning.
Right. See you then.
All right, good plan, everyone. Good plan. I think this is another opportunity where we get to talk to literally everyone in the game. Actually, wait a minute. Can we talk to Duke again? Can't remember. I also totally forgot that Duke wasn't the sage. I really thought he was the sage, but it turns out he's just here.
I have nothing left to say to you.
You're not gonna follow him?
What's the point? He's not gonna talk to me.
Also, did you see that mega ultimate sword of energy he had? I wouldn't mess with that guy.
So this was a complete waste of time?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Apatheia?
When the Air Crene went berserk, Jaeger was carrying this box. This box was what messed up my magic.
You think the Apatheia is what's causing the Air Crene to go out of control?
Judging from the evidence, it could be a valid hypothesis.
No, I think it's the box itself. The box is just magical. The end.
So when the Blastia and Heliord was going out of control, you think there was Apatheia nearby? And the Air Krene and Cave Mock too?
There may have been. Otherwise, maybe the Apatheia's been damaging the whole world's air krene little by little. And a large distortion just happened to appear then.
I see.
It's really nothing more than a guess, but it could be right.
You don't sound very sure of yourself.
In science, you continually make hypotheses, then test them, and you get closer and closer to the truth. That's how it is. Well, okay. Maybe I can do something with this after all.
What are you gonna do now?
The next step after a hypothesis is testing it.
Could you be any more of a nerd? No, not now. I'll lose my concentration. All right, goodbye. You're just gonna do this in someone else's house? It's very rude of you. All right, well. Didn't get much more talk with the Duke, unfortunately, because he is pretty interesting, and also Coffee Daddy's voice is great. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's go find the rest of the characters to talk to, starting with Carol over here, I guess. Hey, how's it going?
We weren't able to find Pharaoh after all.
Yeah, our first job as a guild was an egregious failure. What do you think? Should we go back to Dongrest?
That might be best, but would you be okay with that, Yuri? And what about Estelle?
I'd be fine with it. As for Estelle, I'll leave that answer up to her.
All right.
This sure is a serene little town.
Huh? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? No guilds, no empire. It's a little strange.
Yeah, but I think it's relaxing.
Yeah, but even so, I prefer Dongrest.
That's how everyone is. Everybody prefers the place where they grew up.
You too, Yuri?
Well, yeah, sure.
But if we're gonna work together in Brave Vesperia, we'll have to decide on a single place for our home base.
We could always make someplace new, you know.
Someplace new?
Yeah, you know, everyone thinks of Dongrest as the Union City, but it's really Altosk City. It could be like that. Brave Vesperia could make its own city.
Brave Vesperia's own city. Yeah, I like that idea.
Well, either way, we've got a lot of jobs as a guild ahead of us before we can be thinking about things like that.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, Nordopolica is Palestrale's city, isn't it?
Yeah, if you think of it that way, Nordopolica's more of a guild city than Dongrest even.
Yeah, and Bellius rules the city too. Nordopolica, leader of a city, Duce of a guild. Wonder what sort of person Bellius is.
We'll find out eventually. One day. I think I have enough time to talk to one more person, then we're gonna have to save and wrap up. And then when we come back next time, we'll talk to the other people. Who gets the last chat? You two? Where are the others at? Where Judith is probably, I have to try and leave town and then she pops up again, because that seems to be how she always does it. And Raven is over there like I thought it would be. Repeat and Estelle are both here. I talked to Carol. Rita's up there. I'm just missing Patty, who might be like right around here. No? You know what? Actually, I'm not going to talk to anyone right now. I'm just going to go save and wrap up, I think. I'm a little bit over an hour. When we come back next time, we'll chat with all the... There's Patty. Okay, so when we come back next time, we'll talk to Patty immediately. And then it's just Estelle, Raven, and then Judith, I believe. And that should be everyone. Talk to Rita. Yeah, there's Patty. Yeah. It's just Patty, Raven, Estelle, Judith. Cool. Save up. That is going to be all for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. When we come back next time, we'll finish up here in Jormungand, and then I believe we start to make our way back to Palestrale, and we grow ever closer to catching up in the game. I'm pretty sure we go back to Palestrale after this. I'm trying to not say anything that's an actual spoiler, because some people watching this might not have played the game before. But, like, we go back to Palestrale, then I think we go back to Dongrest for a little bit. And then after that, that's where I left the game off, is when I got back to Dongrest, when I was playing the PlayStation 3 version. So I'll finally be caught up, and I can finally start learning the rest of the story and seeing the rest of how it unfolds. I am so excited, because things are, you can probably already tell right now, things are starting to heat up, and it just keeps getting better and better. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how it all goes from here. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you next time, and until then, farewell.